Just left as one now. Well, we know it's a 5 going to go north a little bit because Ghana, I think we shoot that for them here. Let's go.
Controller that side, Daisy. Hopefully we'll get another view of a warthog. You guys see that? The warthog? It was running away through the bush. But hopefully we'll get another view of one. Occasionally a female warthog close to Ulusaba that we see from time to time. And she's got 5 little ones and she's wonderfully relaxed. Sometimes they can be very nervous and skittish and they run away. There's a beautiful big rhino over here. He's just behind the leaves there, just have a look, you'll see him come through in a minute.
Come in.
Amazing how such a huge animal can disappear.
Yeah.
2.5 tons. I'm at the Zulu where we were bombing out this morning. During our walk this morning, this is exactly where we were walking. You remember we climbed up onto this termite line?
Yes.
Exactly where this rhino is going. That would have been interesting to bump into. Yeah, you'll see him come through the gap there. There we go. This actually looks like the same big male we saw this morning. We saw one rhino not too far from here sleeping. Go okay? Bullshit. There's another one. Yeah, we did. Coming down Tegwan Road. We just saw the Konza now crossing Gama Road heading south. So in Konza looked fresh this morning. It would have been early this morning. No, negative. I've got 2 combi now on Tegwan Road just a little faster.
Wow.
Another one.
Wow.
I'll make that easy. Interesting, maybe we'll see a fight. I don't often see rhinos fighting, but they are very territorial. I'll let you know if these Omi want to miss each other. Looks like there might be a little bit of a confrontation going on, yeah. And if another big rhino is in his territory, he is not going to stand for any nonsense. If they don't feel comfortable and they know this is not their territory, they're going to run away. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen here. I'm not going to get too close. I'm just going to give them some space. But let's see what's going to happen. Maybe they recognize each other. And they're just going to say hello. Doesn't sound very friendly. Let's go and have a look. Keep our distance a little bit. Those other ones are definitely smaller. Maybe they're actually females. And if they're females, then you won't mind them too much. I think it is perhaps a couple of young females in his territory. So he just wants, whenever he hears another rhino, and believe me, he didn't see them, he heard them walking. He wants to know who's in his territory and what's going on. That female on the far left has been for a good mud wallow this morning during the day. It was very, very hot. Actually, a mum and her calf. The calf is actually not such a little baby anymore. It's now almost an adult. It's probably about 4 years old. And this is about the time when the mother will actually be having a new calf soon. And you can see she's just telling the male to back off. She's not interested. It might be Friday night. But she couldn't care less. Yeah. Not often you see interaction with rhino like this. This is quite rare. Do you reckon?
Oh.
And obviously she'll be very protective over her calf, which is a young male. So she's also just telling that male to back off, leave her little son alone. He doesn't mean any harm.
Bit of a standoff now.
Doesn't really want to turn her back, otherwise he might just charge from behind. But if you have a look at her horn, it might look bigger and stronger than his, but all it is actually sharper. So that's how you can tell straight away that she's an adult female, because it's very, very sharp. If you look at her smaller horn, it's very sharp. So she's polished it and it's sharpened over the years. Her horn at the base of the horn is very small. Whereas if you look at his horn, at the base of his horn, it's very fat. And that's how you can tell the difference between a male and a female. Eventually his horn will also get a little bit bigger. So he is still a relatively young male. On a hot day like this, if I was a rhino, I think I would also be lying in the mud, trying to keep cool.
The big boy's unsure of his ground at the moment, isn't he? He's not sure what to do.
No, he's just investigating now. just came over to see who it was. If it was another big male, he would have confronted that other big male. Occasionally other big males will have to leave their territory to go in search of water to drink if they don't have water in their own territories, and then they quickly sneak out again, and if they get caught in the process, they just have to show submissive behavior and they'll be tolerated. The big dominant male is always solitary. So the one on the right is not really going to hang around with him for long. He's on his own little mission. As soon as that female has her new calf, which is going to happen very soon, I think, that other young male that she's got, her son, will move away. Will possibly try and join up with some other young males in a little bachelor group, and while she's got that young baby, she stays with that baby, doesn't let anyone else come close. Sometimes she can be very aggressive to the big male like this because she doesn't want him close to her baby. Sometimes she can even get injured because if she stands up to the big male, he can attack her, sometimes even kill her, because he doesn't like anything standing up to him.
What's the danger to these guys? Anything?
Nothing really.
No.
No, they've just got to worry about each other. They can be quite aggressive sometimes with each other, so they've just got to know their place. But certainly too big for lions to attack when they get to this size. I think she wants to try and move along. She's always got to have the last word. He's very cool. He just stands there. Yeah. What exactly was it that you were gonna do? A lightweight boxer against Mike Tyson or something.
Not happy there, is she? She's not happy.
Do you kick him? There's a nice interaction between these and Kombi, but nothing serious as Mafaji with quite an older Matuan and young Madorda. Okay, and also Ingwe Pezulu, yeah. Yeah, affirmative. See that big hump on the back of the neck, behind the head. There's a massive ligament inside there that houses a big ligament to support the head. That head obviously is very, very big. It hangs down low to the ground. These are called white rhino because they've got a wide mouth. So it's got nothing to do with colour. In Afrikaans, or early settlers in the country were the Dutch, referred to this animal with a wide mouth, a witmond, and English thought that wit was white, and that's how we reckon it possibly became known as the white rhino. They are eating grass, just only grass. And like I said to you, their eyesight is actually quite poor. They don't see very well at all. So that rhino heard the other rhino, and that's what made him go up and have a look. Possibly smelt them as well, because the wind is also blowing down this way. And with the wind blowing, sound travels a lot better as well. Oh, he's backing off. I'll leave him alone. Quite a long standoff, actually. He just carries on grazing. And I mean, there's a very good chance that since she's walking through his territory, that she actually mated with him. She could actually be having his calf. But they don't live in family groups like that, and the males don't protect their calves at all. They just stake claim to a territory, and that's it. He defends it from other males, and that is it. So as soon as this female has a calf, she's responsible for looking after it. He doesn't do anything to help protect her or the calf. Peaceful there. The beauty about the bush is that things are always happening, and it's just about being at the right place at the right time sometimes to see it. Now, if we had come past here 5 minutes earlier, we would never have seen that at all. Great that we still have rhino in this game reserve. In many other places they are being heavily poached, and at the moment there seems to be a serious comeback for poaching the rhino horns, and so our game reserve obviously doing everything that they can to try and prevent it from happening here. Got some anti-poaching patrols that move around day and night to make sure that there's no poachers in the game reserve. I'm surprised he didn't actually go for a mud bath today. Maybe he's still on the way. Still going. And the rhino walking off into the sunset. Yesterday we saw elephants and giraffe in the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight it's the rhino.
Got movie on it.